This is our presentation of the Shakespeare's time.
The English Renaissance was a cultural and artistic movement in England dating from the late 15th to the early 17th century. It is associated with the pan-European Renaissance that is usually regarded as the beginning in Italy in the late 14th century. As in most of the rest of Northern Europe, England saw little of these developments until more than a century later. Renaissance style and ideas, however, were slow to penetrate England, and the Elizabethan era in the second half of the 16th century is usually regarded as the height of the English Renaissance.
The English Renaissance is different from the Italian Renaissance in several ways. Dominant art forms of the English Renaissance were literature and music. Visual arts in the English Renaissance were much less significant than in the Italian Renaissance. The English period began far later than the Italian, which was moving into Mannerism and the Baroque by the 1550s or earlier. In contrast, the English Renaissance can only truly be said to begin shakily in the 1520s, and it continued until perhaps 1620s.
The Renaissance was beside a break with the medieval way of thinking and conception. These centuries were the reason for the modern understanding of the human and world made by the writers Cervantes, Rabelais, Montaigne, and especially Shakespeare.
The Tower of London is a 19-year-old castle and fortress in central London that is notable for housing the crown jewels and for holding many famous and infamous prisoners. The castle was built by William the Conqueror in 1078 and was presented as a symbol of oppression. The tower was used as a prison from 1100 to 1952. The Tower of London has played a prominent role in England history. The tower has been besieged many times, and controlling the tower was an important break in controlling the country.
The castle is made up of 3 wards, or enclosures, where the earliest one was the White Tower stands. The White Tower, which was often the strongest part of the medieval castle, contained lodgables suitable for the lord, which in this case was the king. The White Tower alone measures 36 by 32 meters and is 27 meters high. Originally, the tower was 3 stories high, containing a basement level, an entrance level, and an upper level. The White Tower was called the most complicated 11th century place in Europe. The innermost ward encloses an area immediately south of the White Tower, stretching to what was once the edge of the River Thames.
The inner ward was created during Richard the Lionhead's regime, when a moat was dug to the west of the innermost ward, effectively doubling the castle size. A third ward was created during Edward I's extension to the tower, as a narrow enclosure completely surrounded the castle. Fun fact: a flock of ravens resides at the tower cared for by Yeoman Warder Ravenmaster. According to the Tower of London's London website, legend says that the tower and the monarchy will fall if the 6 ravens ever leave the fortress.
Henry VIII. Henry VIII was the King of England from 1509 until his death in 1547. Henry is known for being married 6 times, and particularly his effort to divorce his first wife, Catherine of Aragon. Because of this, he came into a disagreement with the Pope. The annulment led Henry to initiate the English Reformation, the separation of the Church of England and the papal authority. He became the creator of the Anglican Church and made a great deal of changes to the English constitution.
Mary I. Mary is the daughter of Henry VIII and his first wife battling of Aragon. She was the Queen of England from 1553 to 1558. Mary saw it as her duty to make Catholicism the state religion and work against everything her father created. As a part of this, she executed around 300 Protestants. This gave her the nickname Bloody Mary. Mary also held her own sister Elizabeth I as a prisoner in Tower in London because she was a supporter of the Protestantism. She ended up letting her go because she couldn't bear to execute her own sister.
Elizabeth I. Elizabeth is also the daughter of Henry VIII. She was the Queen of England in 1558 to 1603. The throne should originally have been given to Henry's son Edward, but he died of tuberculosis in a young age. When Elizabeth came to the throne, there was much apprehension among the members of the council appointed by Mary, due to the fact that many of them had participated in several plots against Elizabeth, such as her imprisonment in the Tower. When she came to the throne, England was going through a rough patch caused by a civil war and a threatening foreign policy. She ruled the country with great success, and England became the strongest colonial power in Europe. Here you can see the family tree. You can see Henry VIII and Elizabeth, and you can see all the children and Henry's many wives.